Thank you very much, Your Honor. I want to talk, my argument will be based on Articles 28 and Article 29 of the Constitution of Kenya, Your Honor. And Article 28 of the Constitution and 29. That is human dignity and liberty. Article 29. Your Honor, Article 28 of the Constitution of Kenya talks about human dignity. And it states that every person has inherent dignity and the right to have that dignity respected and protected. Inherent means that it is a right that you are born with, Your Honor. Like a right to breathe. You are born with it, Your Honor. And such rights, Your Honor, you cannot apply for it anywhere so that you can enjoy it. Your Honor, the manner in which our client, Hon.Babu Mosquito, the party leader, was treated from the time of his arrest, Your Honor, is better imagined than experienced. And Your Honor, you can be a very good eyewitness when these people come for you. You remember I saw when they were within the precincts of the court, Your Honor, in your presence, if they could behave like that in your presence, Your Honor, what if they are somewhere where a custodian of justice is not seeing them? Your Honor, when Hon.Babu Mosquito was being arrested, they broke his house. They broke the door, dragged him out, and he was telling me that they even fired bullets in the air, coerced him, forced him to produce a password for his social media, for his phone and for his social media accounts. They handcuffed him for his phone, his phones, and social media accounts. Handcuffed him with his hands. His hands were handcuffed from the back, Your Honor. And that is a party leader being treated like that. A person with a vision, Your Honor, to be the president of this nation together with Osoi. Your Honor, was dragged from his house. His children, seeing all this, Your Honor, are traumatized, and we had to seek for counseling. Put inside a boot, Your Honor. Driven all the way from Mombasa, Your Honor, to Nairobi like a perishable good. With half oxygen in the boot, Your Honor, because I don't think if there can be sufficient supply of oxygen in the boot. Took a record 4 hours, 20 minutes to reach Nairobi. Somewhere, driving at a normal speed takes you around 7 to 8 hours. 4 hours, 20 minutes. Your Honor, you can imagine the breakneck speed, Your Honor. So therefore, Your Honor, I call upon this court to protect this right that has already been violated, Your Honor. You can imagine, Your Honor, if investigations are being done and they arrest a suspect in such a manner. They are requesting for 14 days to investigate further. They are not even sure of the charge. Your Honor, you can imagine if now they are coming for you and they are sure of the charge. And Your Honor, Article 29, paragraph F, states that every person has a right not to be treated Article 29, paragraph F, states that every person has a right not to be treated or punished in a cruel, inhumane, or degrading manner. Your Honor, Article 29 of the Constitution states that every person has a right to freedom. Now I'm talking about liberty and breathing some life to this article. That every person has the right to freedom and security of the person. Which includes the right not to be, paragraph A, not to be deprived of freedom arbitrarily or without just cause. A right not to be detained without trial. That is paragraph B of the same Article 29. That every person has a right to freedom and security of the person, which includes the right not to be detained without trial. except during a state of emergency. And you want to note the word except during a state of emergency, which the state decided to create for themselves a state of emergency in the case of Hon.Babu Mosquito. And even during the state of emergency, the case in which case the detention is subject to Article 58. And Your Honor, I have two case laws. That is the Indian Supreme Court case 58. The Indian Supreme Court case cited by the state that is Nehru Yadav, N-E-E-R-U Y-A, that is another name, Nehru one name, the other name is Yadav, Y-A-D-A-V, versus state of U.P., U.P, and another. And then Criminal Appeal number 2587 of 2014. Number 2587, 2587, 2587 of 2014.
Yes.
Where the court held at page 12 that we are not oblivious of the fact that the liberty is a priceless treasure for a human being. Yes. It is founded on the bedrock of constitutional right and accentuated further on human rights principles. It is basically a natural right. In fact, some regard it as the grammar of life. No one would like to lose his liberty or barter it for all the wealth of the world. Imagine, Your Honor, you are being told that even all your wealth, let it go, but your liberty should remain. Your Honor, as I wind up, your brother, Justice Ibrahim, as he then was, in the case of Republic versus Danson Mugunya and another, I will provide them, Your Honor, in the interest of time. Republic versus Danson Mugunya and another, 2010 EKLR. Your Honor, your brother was detained without trial together with Dr. Aminwa. Just behind you, Your Honor, at Committee Maximum Prison. And he said, Your Honor, that was during the fight for secondary liberation. And he said, Your Honor, that liberty is precious. And no one's liberty should be denied. He further stated that liberty should not be taken for granted, and was sympathizing with his brother Aminwa by saying, I will never take liberty for granted, and I know neither will Dr. Aminwa, having both experience in the meaning of detention without trial and solitary confinement at Committee maximum prison. And Your Honor, we have to celebrate these two gentlemen. Today, Your Honor, if this liberty is denied to Honorable Mosquito, look at where Honorable Justice Ibrahim is, Your Honor, and Dr. Aminwa. Therefore, we will celebrate them, Your Honor. He said that we must interpret the Constitution in enhancing the rights and freedoms granted and enshrined, rather than in a manner that curtails them. And Your Honor, lastly, in the Institute of Social Accountability and Another versus National Assembly and 4 others, National Institute of Social Accountability and Another versus National Assembly and 4 others, 2015, Social Accountability and Another versus National Assembly and 4 others, 2015, EKLR. Yes. And the court said that first, this court is enjoined under Article 259 of the Constitution to interpret the Constitution in a manner that promotes its purposes, values, and principles, and advances the rule of law, human rights, and fundamental freedoms in the Bill of Rights, and that contributes to good governance. And in exercising its judicial authority, Your Honor, this court is obliged under Article 159, Subarticle 2E of the Constitution to protect and promote the purpose and principles of the Constitution. And therefore, Your Honor, you will be told many stories by the state that we need to detain Honorable Mosquito to do further investigations for a period of 14 days, Your Honor. In 14 days, Your Honor, a presidential petition is heard and determined with a bench of 7 judges. Here we are being told that they need 14 days to do investigations. Yet they have over 100,000 officers in the National Police Service. So therefore, Your Honor, you will wonder where justice and why justice is being auctioned at a very cheap price, Your Honor, for lack of a better word. Your Honor, I rest my case. Thank you.